Hello to everybody from Svet24. Thank you for watching this and thanks for having me in Ljubljana. No, of course not. No, of course. You just know that our programs are broadcasted here. And I expected some people, of course, otherwise they would not invite you. But to see the main square filled with so many people, and it gave me a very good feeling to see that there were children, people of my age, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, and they all seem to be involved in cooking and sharing food. So that's the best thing you could wish. Not yet, unfortunately, but I'm looking forward for tonight because we're going to a traditional place, but tomorrow on Sunday I promise that there will be some pastry shops will be open, so I will definitely need to try the potitza, of course, yes. And I'm sure that I'm going to make the potitza in the Netherlands in Rudolph's bakery very soon. Luckily, there are many things. It's like with music. Sometimes you like to play this style than the other genre. I love sushi. I learned to make sushi in Hawaii, not in Japan, which is more exotic and different combinations. I'm a big fan of the Arabic style of sharing food, meaning not everybody has just one plate and this is your plate and you need to finish it, but just a few plates on the table and everybody is sharing. So much more fun. And you can do this with any kind of food. And I do love chocolate cakes and cupcakes. It is different because you do everything towards the camera. So if I empty a bowl, I always do it towards the camera, every movement, which is kind of weird when in the beginning, but you get used to it, and it's all about how do I motivate you on the other side of the glass, on the other side of the computer, or on the other side of the television screen to get out of your chair and get into the kitchen and start cooking yourself. And somehow you need to overcome this distance by energy, by being positive, I think, with fresh ingredients, recipes that are understandable. You know what? Cooking is not working for me. I am lucky that I have a job as a chef, as a cook. But if your job is a hobby, then you never have to go to your work. So when I cooked all day, although I like to have somebody else cooking for me every now and then I enjoy everything they give me. You could just fry an egg on a sandwich and I'm the happiest man, or just macaroni with ham and cheese. But it's not stressful to cook, it de-stresses. So I start at point zero, maybe have a glass of wine when it's in the evening and put some music on, and then it just starts. It's like a dance. It just happens. Yeah. I always try what I cook, yes, of course. Maybe little bits. I try to keep in shape in a normal way of living. I mean, I don't work out that much because there's no time, so I try to look not to eat too much meat. Vegetables are the most important part of my meal. Twice a week, so 2 days out of 7, I try to eat only vegetables, and somehow that's a healthy diet. And then there's some room to eat a cake every now and then. Well, normally I do that in between cooking. I do realize that during the program I cannot do this because we would bore you. I'm trained in Switzerland from a very strict executive chef who said, I never want to see anything dirty on your table. Absolutely, what a good question. You know, I'm 100% into baby food right now. As a matter of fact, I'm keeping a diary with all my ups and downs and how it goes, and I'm because there's a lot of requests from young parents how to cook properly without too much stress, and what should you give and what should you not. And I think there will be a high demand on good, sensible recipes, but not written by a professor or just the real life. And I will do so together with my colleague Bianca Jansen. She has a son, and she's more than I into really, really healthy food. And together we're preparing this book. And I think in 1.5 years, this book will be published. You know what? It's strange to talk about yourself. I'm not used to that. That's to others to decide. I mean, I love to go to play music. I have a treasure, meaning an old gramophone of 1978, a wooden gramophone from Great Britain, on which I play old vinyl records. Could be from the 50s and the 60s, rock and roll, punk rock. It depends on the mood. In my cookbook library with my records, and go to old music stores and markets to find the old records and look at the covers. And I love to discover cities. I mean, nothing better than a short city trip, book a hotel, and just after breakfast think, well, should I go left or right? Well, and just walk. I hope to do that tomorrow morning. Yeah.